I'm back for another video. My name is Josh Kasich, and today, this is the reboot of Josh, a Star Wars story. Now, this story, I made this video a long time ago. It's probably one of the first Star Wars videos I did, I recall. And it was just something I wanted to do, it was just, would it be cool? Let's just create a random video, call it Josh's Star Wars story, and create a random story right on the spot. Well, I just don't like how I did that. It was kind of dumb just to do it on the spot. And I created the thumbnail of the video using I used Photoshop and with the Solo: A Star Wars Story title, and it was originally going to be like part one of many videos, and I don't know, I just didn't like how I did it. So now, before making this video, I basically came up with the story before this. Now, I do have my own personal story. Not really a personal story, but a story that I've been creating for years, and more or less, I don't really want to talk about that on the channel, in case if they ever allow me to, Disney would ever allow me to make a movie, following the events, after, and, this story I've been working on with some friends, later on with my best friend of Asteroid X Armageddon. And so I don't really, this is a different story than that story. Obviously, that other story, I think I've somewhat told about it on my channel before, I think somewhere, maybe not, I don't know if it's still on my channel or not, but in that video, I kind of describe it, and it's kind of a little bit cheesy, I guess you could say, considering who my character's father is. But this video is different. This is just a totally different story in Star Wars, which would make more sense if I played a character in Star Wars. If I was going to create a story, and I was able to story this is probably the most likely story that Disney would allow me to make, other than the story I've been working on for years. So that's kind of where we are at with that. So without further ado, let's begin with the story. So to start off this story, my character had just become a Padawan. The character is 13 years old, but he became a Padawan at kind of the end of the Clone Wars, when Order 66 is about to happen. And him and his master, the master, let's say, would be called Obadiah. Okay, Jedi Master Obadiah, and he's really good. He's more of a lightsaber duelist than a force person, and it's kind of he's been trained by his master before him, who's also great with a lightsaber, and it's basically an entire line. A line of really skilled lightsaber duelists. And he also he's collected, basically, as masters die, obviously, over time, they basically pass down the kyber crystal within that their lightsaber has. So my master my character's master has a box full of kyber crystals from from masters before him. It's kind of a tradition that he has. It was supposed to be passed down to me when I become a Jedi Master or a Knight, and I get a Padawan, and so on. It's kind of like that. And but we were on a mission with clones, the war, kind of a planet that's kind of rural. It's not like urban or suburban. It's not a huge planet area. It's more of a desert area. It's like a desert. Some parts are desert. Some parts have plants and stuff. Mostly meadows, kind of in certain areas, but you do have a capital town, and this place is rich in metal material, and that's why the Separatists has attacked it or tried to take over. And our mission is to rescue this planet from the control of the Separatists. And so that's what we were doing. And, we've been destroying droids left and right, tanks. Our clones are doing really well. My character actually really befriended the commander of the clones. And, the clones are basically really loyal to us, especially our commander. And our commander is let's see what commander, let's see, what would his name be? Commander Tex. There we go. Let's Commander Tex. I know it's really close to Commander Rex, but so Commander Tex, he's really loyal. He really likes how our ability in battles with a lightsaber, and my character's skilled with a lightsaber. That's more than he is a force wielder. But later on in this base, he actually has my character. He doesn't know, but he does have a unique side in the Force that it's kind of dormanted and it's not unlocked yet. He's young, and so it seems more that he is a lightsaber duelist than anything. But yeah, and so eventually, we were winning this battle, and then Order 66 happens. And basically, lightsaber duelists, my master blocked pretty much all of the shots. Even Commander Tex betrayed us. And, since he's really good, my Master Obadiah, he is really good at a lightsaber. As I said, he's just blocking the shots, and he tells me, even if I'm going to block it, there's no way I can block off all these things. I want you to run. I run. Save yourself, okay? And I said, no, I can't leave you alone, Master. It's not right. I can't do that. Not as a Jedi. And he said, listen to your master, Josh. Please go. And then he took out the box of kyber crystals and says, this is, please take care of this. And he gave me the box and told me to run. And so I ran. I ran as fast as I could. I used the force, was the force power, I forgot what it's called, the force. I know it's not called the force run, that would just be too, but it is essentially a force run, so. The force dash, that's what it was. The force dash, I just zoomed, gone. So, I was traveling, I didn't even look back, but obviously my master character is going to die. say goodbye to Obadiah. I just kept running and running and running. I didn't even know where I was going. I eventually was in such a desert, barren area. I was just, I didn't have food. I haven't ate. I haven't drank water. Eventually, faint. Almost, I could, like, if no one saves me, I could die. But someone does save me. A woman, kind of middle-aged, 30s, probably in her 30s. Her name is Gina. And Gina, basically, she runs a little farm, little ways out, kind of in a meadow area, other than the desert area. And she's traveling out. She was kind of traveling. She was traveling out to go to the main city to sell some stuff. She lives in her farm is way off from the battlefield. She has no idea what's going on, and so she finds me, kind of in the sand, basically barely holding on to life, and she carries me home. And she actually cares for me and brings me back to health. And essentially, since she kind of raises me as her own, she does have a daughter, named Kara. All right, Kara, she's the same age as me, 13, and I helped Gina in her farm, gathering plants, taking care of the animals. Because I'm a hard worker, and I just living on this farm, and they don't have a lot of people working on this farm. And it's only her. It's only her and her daughter. And whenever Gina says we can take a break and have fun or whatever, this is the first. I have never experienced a family. Obviously, I was probably taken from my parents as a baby, as the Jedi do, and so this is the first time kind of having a sister, kind of mother, and and a lot of times it's kind of my first time having fun, enjoying life, right? I was in war and all that, and so it's definitely a different feel. I've never had it, and so eventually I do start to call Jaina mother, because obviously it's more of a sign of respect, but also of her raising me. I mean, I know it's only 13, it's not really young, well, it's young, but that's 5 years from being 18, being on your own. Yeah, and I actually start to like her daughter. Obviously Jedi are teach not to have that, but I've been in this and kind of attached and whatever. But she's also kind of like a sister to me, so it's kind of really hard. And we're growing older, probably a few years later. I'm, like 17, she's 17, and we're just kind of playing in the fields, the plants, and we started rolling around together, and she ends up, rolling around, eventually she ends up on top, and we were laughing, right? And then she stops laughing and just like kisses my character. Okay, and and that like first it's like just a kiss, and then she like gets up and kind of says, she first like stops and says, "I'm sorry," and says, "No, I totally feel the same way," and then we kiss again passionately. And that's kind of the start of the more romance. Eventually, once we are old enough, we do get married and have children. Eventually, Gina, is too old, or is old to, she doesn't move as fast, and can't work on the farm, so she kind of retires, and I take over the farm, helping more. And we have a son and a daughter. The son will be the oldest. We name him Jack, and the girl we name what do we name the girl? We will name the girl Dana. Yeah, Dana. They have the Force in them, and so I do train them, and I allow them to, obviously kyber crystals choose the person, so I'm hoping that maybe one of the masters from the past, these kyber crystals will choose them to have a new owner. So I showed them the kyber crystals, and whatever goes to them, that's the best, that's their one. And 2 kyber crystals do glow. And I help them build their lightsabers, and I train them how to wield. But I realized as I got older, my Force ability got stronger. And I don't know if that's because of anger, or finally relief, or enjoyment, or something. But I just feel a lot stronger in the Force. And I use the Force to start, because it's just us, and make it easier. I started using the Force more to help around the farm, to make it faster, more production, and a lot more money. Eventually, the Imperials took over the main town, but we're just a small farm, not bothering anyone. But we do eventually I have to go to the city, obviously, sometimes, for a market purpose and get money. And the faster we got, more production, and then we got a lot of money, help up the farm. But eventually the Imperials came. Obviously, they had to come, right? That's the Imperials. They just take everything from everyone. And that's kind of the problem. They built a huge city, obviously, huge for production purposes of material. So this planet just started being more populated by Imperials. More towns, cities are built for more factories, and it's just a huge problem. This planet used to be just a small little town for capital. Now it's just a huge place. And so they eventually came for us. And they wanted to buy our farm. And obviously, I'm the owner. I refused. And eventually they tried to attack us. And I couldn't handle any of it. I released the Force. And I just tried to take down, like, everyone. That's when Darth Vader came. And I told my wife, Kara, to grab the children, as well as her mother, and go. Just go. And so it was a huge battle between Darth Vader and me. We battle all out, And now I'm going to stop here, and I'm going to allow you guys to finish the story. Whatever you think. Do I win and get away and find my family and we live off somewhere living happily ever after, or do I get killed by Darth Vader? It's up to you guys. I wanted to leave that to you, and I hope you enjoyed this video. I really enjoyed making this story, and I hope and if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. If you want more stuff like this, please leave a like, and definitely subscribe and the notification bell so you'll be notified from the next upload, especially those newcomers. If you like what you see, definitely subscribe. And my YouTube channel website link is down in the description, as well as my Twitter. And thank you. Goodbye.